it takes to win and succeed, how important it is to be building up a team of leaders. Leaders is the key, not just signing people up, but putting people in and educating them and helping them understand that they're a winner. They could do this. It's not just a Stephen Gina or a Mike and Cy Hernandez or a Reggie Stewart or a Ken and Lynn Robinson or Scott and Renita Brennan. It's not just the leaders. It's not just the Danny and Diane McDaniels. It's not just
Kevin McCurtis.
You get it. If we named all 45 of our SPDs, we'd be here for a while. They all know we love them. The point is that you got to believe that this is your moment. We were down on our luck when we started, and we started making phone calls and telling people what's going on. You do the same thing. You implement what Reggie's going to teach today, and you are going to win. We are going to have a blast. Can't wait to hear this presentation. So, and with no further ado,
guys, hey, I want to tell you, we saw him on the first Wake Up Tour round.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he crushed it. His room was packed jam. He took it completely serious, and the guy is just crushing the business. We are so excited to have him on today. Guys, without any further ado, please help us welcome Reggie Stewart, guys. Absolutely. Get your notepads out.
Hey, look, I'm just going to go through them, but hey, critical steps in building a very successful business. And I've mentioned about be authentic, and I talked about living your life according to your own values and your rules and the goals. And I got this from Steve and Gina Merritt last Saturday. And that just stuck with me all throughout the week. And the very first question I asked this is, what is your why? It has to be greater than making money. And if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. And I really believe that. And that's why it gives us something to keep moving forward to. Today's talking points, I want to talk about mindset, prospecting, promoting events, and overcoming nervousness. These are all things that I think are vital as we build our Lifewave business. And I talked about how we want to use powerful words and phrases. The X39 is cutting edge technology. David Smith, he's a genius. I mean, you have to take this as your own. You have to sort of embrace these phrases and these statements. The X39 is unlike anything we've ever seen in our lives, and it enhances the most important thing in our life, which is our health. Lifewave is #1 in momentum according to Business for Home. Again, the testimonials are powerful and emotional. The X39 stem cell reactivation patch works. We want to always speak with confidence. We know that 100% more about this opportunity than your prospect. We talk about mindset. There's something, mindset is so important, and sometimes we kind of overlook it, and sometimes we minimize the power of having the right mindset to do whatever it is we're seeking to do in life. All of our thoughts are who we are, and the quality of your thought is the measure of your power. So whatever we feed the most is what we get the most. So you got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. You must have complete, unresolved confidence. You want to talk with conviction. Who's a better person? When you all listen to Steve and Gina Merritt, isn't it fair to say they're pretty confident in what they're presenting to us? Isn't it fair to say they know exactly where they're going? Isn't it fair to say they're willing to teach everyone to do what they're doing? See, if you say you can, you're right. If you say you can't, you're right. See, your vision has to be clear. If it isn't, then find someone who has a clear vision and attach yourself to theirs. And that is where Steve and Gina Merritt are today. And folks, I'm extremely excited to be partnering up with individuals who understand and know exactly where they're going, because they're going in a direction that I believe most people would love to go in. As we talk about some of the things that we look at here, we talk about 4 stages of personal development. And folks, I'm going to just let you know, network marketing, multi-level marketing. Network marketing is referred to a personal development course with a compensation plan. See, when you talk about the 4 stages of personal development, I'd like to just share for a moment. There's what we call unconscious incompetence. That means you don't know that you don't know. And you have to move out of that stage in order to keep growing and to keep moving in the direction that you want to move in. And when you leave that first stage of development, because you are, at some point, it's going to make sense. Then you move into stage 2, which is conscious incompetence. That means now you know that you don't know. And now that you know that you don't know, now you're at least acknowledging something that will allow other things to come in. And now you can move to that next stage, which is conscious competence. Now, since you know, now you're doing something about it. You're conscious. You're taking action. You're going out, you're sharing the patches with people. You're showing up to all the Zooms. You're making it to the Believe convention in July. You're going to be in Dallas in October. See, you know that there are some things now, since you know, now you have to do something about it. You hear that there's people making thousands of dollars weekly. You hear that. You know that now you're doing something about your journey to that place. And as you do stage 3, guess what? You're going to be there for a while. That's where the work is really going to take place. And then going to that next level or that next stage of personal development, it's called unconscious competence. You're now running on automatic. You're focused. You see the end, your destination. So I like this analogy that we talk about a race car driver never sees the wall. He focuses 100% on that track because he realizes more than anybody that when he takes his eyes off that track, it's over. So understand why that is critical as we do our business. We're on track now. The distractions, they're going to be there. But our focus is more powerful than any distraction. As I move into prospecting and talking about prospecting, here are some techniques for prospecting. You want to be enthusiastic and excited. Don't let anybody minimize your opportunity. Be enthusiastic. They know nothing about what you're talking about when you present it to them. We don't convince, we sort. We don't prejudge, we sort. Now, everyone is a prospect. Remember that every single person on the planet is a prospect. You may ask, well, how is that? Because there are 7 billion plus people on the planet and they all have stem cells. We want to make a list of 100 names. Don't prejudge anyone. Make a list of the names. You want to prospect up. Many times these are people who are more successful than you. It's okay. I love going to people that are more successful than I am and knowing that I have an opportunity that they're just going to be crazy about. I already know it. I don't have to wonder if this person is going to like this or if that person is going to like this. All I know is that they know nothing about it, and it's up to me to share it. See, when you're prospecting, you want to categorize people in 3 areas. They're going to be reds, greens, or blues. Reds are people that you look up to. They may be successful entrepreneurs. They may be the pastor at your church, your teacher, your doctor. Greens, these are your peers. They may be your neighbor. Income is about the same. Could be teammates of yours. May drive a similar car. Same interest as you. These are your greens. And then there are the blues. The blues are people who look up to you. Not that you look down on them. After all, the only reason you should look down on anyone is to help them up. And as you look at this and you understand these categories, remember every one of these people here have reds, greens, and blues also. So just imagine when you enroll a red and when you prospect a red, know that that red have reds, greens, and blues also. So that person, which is a red, because many times you can't be intimidated because of status and because of where a person live or where they work or how much money they have. They all have stem cells. They all are concerned about the most important thing in their lives, which is their health. Reds have reds, greens, and blues also. A red's blue is your green. A red's green is your red. A red's red is probably magenta to you. So think about all these people that are around us all the time, and we don't want to prejudge. We want to keep moving forward. But I like the fact that we have everything that we need. Steve and Gina made it so easy for anybody who has the desire, and desire is something we cannot measure. The desire is what it takes. And they've developed this website. It's thisisitteam.com. And on this website, you're going to find everything you could possibly need and want. to understand the power of building a networking business, the pro strategy. First, you want to prospect. And we want to do this each and every day. Prospect. And when you prospect someone, you want to be when you're prospecting in person, you want to give that person a patch right then and there. Matter of fact, you want them to place the patch on their body right then and there. You don't want to really get into a question and answer session with them. The patch is going to do the talking. What you can do is refer them to a website that contains all the information that'll answer 100% of their questions. It's called thisisit.info.com. Then you want to revisit that person. Make phone calls, follow up daily. The fortune is in the follow-up. Again, you'll find all of this in the This Is It 10-step system. Opportunity, weekly Zoom calls. Get on as many as possible. Never, ever think that you've been on too many Zooms. Never think that because you've been on a few that you got it now. You know when you got it? When you can do the Zoom. Not only that, when you can do it backwards. See, you want to submit absolutely to the process. And you want to give yourself 36 months. And even though that's not your quit date, we want to look at this with some vision and understand that, you know what, 36 months is not a very long time for me to get everything I've ever dreamed of. 36 months is not a long time when we compare the fact that we worked 20, 30 years on a job that many times you weren't happy with. 36 months. And in doing that, through that process, you're going to have 20 people on your left, 20 on your right. And I say you're going to have them over there because that's what you're going to do. You don't have to wonder how they're going to show up there. You don't have to wonder if it's going to happen for you because all you know is that you're going to do the work. This is something else I heard Steve say last Saturday. I'm going to do everything for everybody until I get it done. And I think they demonstrate that so well. I'm going to do everything for everybody until I get it done. See, many times we're looking for that golden egg or that person who's that superstar to come into our business and change our lives. It doesn't work that way. You're going to get the rewards, but you have to do the work. I'm going to do everything for everybody until I get it done. I like that. I don't have to wonder, if I'm putting some, these people on my right, these people on my left, I don't know how many people I got my power side versus my pay side, and I don't know where I'm on my focus. You know where my focus is? It's both sides. I want two power legs. I want two power legs. I don't ever want anybody to ask me, what side am I going to go on? Or what side can I? No, that doesn't matter here. So you want to set up, and then you want to set up a strategy meeting with those who want one. You don't have to beg anybody to do these things. See, we're looking for people who are willing to contribute to their own rescue. That's who we're looking for. See, remember, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not the words, it's the music. As we move on to prospecting, recognizing personality traits. So you want to know your prospect. You want to know your prospect. Sharks, dolphins, urchins, whale. You can identify people the minute you meet them as having one of these dominant traits. And the reason why I want to use this is because many times a person will start out in this business at one of these traits, but as they go and as they continue to develop, as a result of following the system that's in place, you're going to level out this whole personality trait situation because you're looking at yourself as a shark, but when you finish, you're going to have as much shark as you have dolphin, whale, and urchin. A shark is a person who's aggressive. They believe they deserve money. How do I make money? How do I make the money? Where's the money? That's what a dolphin or a shark is concerned about. A dolphin is that person who loves to have fun. They're not timely. They may not ever show up on time. They're social butterflies. They're refreshing. They're spontaneous. They're playful. And these are dolphins. But do we want to have dolphins on our team? Absolutely. We don't want a boring business. Then there are urchins. These are people who are fact-oriented, orderly, timely, very logical, analytical. Then there are whales, people who love helping others. They want to share, they want to save the planet. They love animals. They're emotional. And in all these categories, just realize when you talk to someone, they're going to fall into one of these as their dominant personality trait. And that is why you want to speak to that. And that is why you learn how to go and approach someone when you want to share this incredible opportunity with them. Remember this, some will some won't. So what next? Now, everyone relates to these three things. Everybody we come in contact with, they relate to these three things: time, money, and a job. See, our business allows us to address all three. If a person has a lot of time, generally they don't have a lot of money. If they have a lot of money, they probably don't have time to enjoy it. If they have a job, they probably don't have a lot of time nor money because they're always working, and we all know the job probably doesn't pay what you want. So what you would do is ask your prospect, hey, what do you know about stem cell technology? What are you doing to slow the aging process? Or have you heard about stem cell reactivation? See, no matter what their response is, this is what you want to say. I just partnered with a company that invented a patch that activates dormant stem cells in our body. If they begin to ask questions, remember, facts tell, stories sell. Give them a testimony, yours or someone else's. Because I'm going to tell you, these testimonies are so powerful, many times a person doesn't even have to wear the patch themselves to understand the power of it. You hear these testimonies, and I mean, they go from the range is wide in terms of how these patches address a person's health. We're talking about that one thing that the patch does. And a lot of times people ask, what does it do? It reactivates our body's own stem cells. But you know what it does before that? It sends a signal to elevate the copper peptide in our bodies. That right there is very powerful. Go to thisisitinfo.com and you will understand that there are answers to every single question you could possibly imagine. Now, when we talk about all the folks that we'll come in contact with, isn't it fair to say we'll probably run into some objections? And I think this is one of the things that keep people from moving forward. Now, I think that when we're on this journey, we have to treat it like a journey. Sometimes we get in a few days, in a few weeks, and we may seem like it's not happening like we want it to, but you got to realize where you are. When you're talking to someone, people don't have questions. They have concerns. They'll ask you a question. They may ask you, why aren't doctors talking about this technology? Answer, they are. As a matter of fact, we have a ton of them that are in our business. Another objection, I don't want another bill. Well, I don't either. The reality is, this is not another bill. We're talking about making an investment in the most important thing in our life, which is our health. Or a person may ask, what is in the patch? And they'll ask some other things, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how to deal with whatever the objection is, knowing that you can. You can deal with whatever objection comes your way. You just got to have the confidence in knowing that you have information that will back up your statements and your facts. What's in the patch? It's all natural, just nanocrystals, the likes of salt, sugar, amino acids, all natural. That's it. Matter of fact, going to thisisitinfo.com, refer them to their website. How much does it cost? For less than a cup of coffee per day, $3.30, you can get a patch and wear it every single day. That's $99 per month. I don't know anything I would love to have more than to have my health enhanced and something that's working in the background, and it costs just $99 per month. How is it that nothing goes into the body? Again, it's all natural. It's non-transdermal. It is a product that was invented by this gentleman who is a genius. And I'm telling you, folks, all you want to do is you want to understand the power of it. Refer them to thisisitinfo.com. I don't have a lot of time. I have too much on my plate. Well, sometimes we have to change our diet. You know, we look at not having a lot of time. We already know most people don't have a lot of time, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're looking at, again, our health. And I think that supersedes anything that we could possibly say when it comes to realizing what we can do when we talk about a product that's enhancing our lives by improving our health, by reactivating our body's own stem cells. Now, here's something I want to use, and I want to help everyone understand that this is very critical, because this is where you can get a little relief. You kind of feel like, hey, you know what? I'm now in a place where, I'm ready to go, but I don't know about talking. I don't know about presenting. I don't know about what I have to say to pique somebody's interest, or what I got to do and what I have to say. The three-way call can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. It's also an opportunity to further your skills as well. by listening to the dialogue. See, once you introduce the expert, see, there's no speaking on your part after introducing your prospect to the expert. There's trust between you and your prospect. However, they may not respect your business skills. See, the last thing they remember about you, because this could be your friend, somebody you may have known from college, and you try and present something to them, and the last thing they remember is when you had a lampshade on your head at the college dorm. So they're not all that excited about hearing information about you, about some fantastic business opportunity. So what you do, as you see in this triangle, what you're going to do is you're going to edify the expert. Expert is at the top there. And then what you're going to do also, because of the trust that your prospect have for you, and you've edified the expert, now your prospect has respect for the expert. Very, very important to understand that, because this is something that can save your life when you're dealing with people. You want to get somebody on the phone with some, you have this person that you're a little intimidated by, and you don't know what to say, and you don't want to say the wrong thing. You want to know, who do I need to put on the phone with? I need to put this guy on the phone with somebody, or this lady on the phone with someone. And that is when you consider the three-way phone call. Your confidence brings light to others. So be confident. Let no one minimize your opportunity. The speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. I've gotten that from my enroller, Mr. Ken Robinson. He uses that all the time, and he's leading the way. He's a demonstration of that. He's an incredible leader. This gentleman's doing some phenomenal things, reached the top rank in this company. Matter of fact, he's at the elite rank now. He and his wife, Lynn Robinson, just leading the way, doing some phenomenal things. Great opportunities that come at inopportune times. We have life going on when we see this opportunity, when it's presented to us. Everyone does. Everyone has something going on. We have soccer games. We have softball games. We have sporting events. We have church events. We have a lot going on. We have jobs. No one has to stop doing what they're currently doing. This is something we can do anytime. We have to share the vision with those who are skeptical and reluctant to get committed. Be excited and enthusiastic when sharing the information. Enthusiasm is contagious. Everyone is looking for someone to follow. Everyone. And what leadership we have. And Steve Merritt mentioned 45 people at the top in this company. And I'm telling you, these individuals are absolutely incredible. And to lead the masses like they are, I can't say enough about them. And I talk about ground level zero because ground level zero is something that people may not understand, but that's where we all have been at some point in our lives. See, when you start having success, that's not where you started from. And that's why it's so critical that we keep moving forward, because you got to go beyond ground level zero, which is where your foundation is laid. It's like going downtown and you're seeing this construction lot, and you're seeing all this activity going on, but you don't really see anything actually happening. You see that, the plumbing is going in and the electrical system is going in and piping is going in, but you don't see anything happening. And that can go on for months, if not years. And then at some point, you drive by that same location and you see the foundation, and look like a few months later, the building is up. That is because all the work went in at the ground level. At ground level zero, that was before the foundation. Now, when your foundation is in place, and that's where you do the work, when it's ground level zero. Folks, you may not know where a person is when they get started here in this business. You may not know where they are. And you say, well, hey, that person's having a lot of success. Like Steve and Gina Mary, you look at them and say, hey, look, they're having a lot of success. You don't know where ground level zero was for them. See, they may have worked their way through things that you can't even imagine. You never know. Other people have done the same thing. So just understand, now that we have something that we can build a solid foundation on, folks, it's our turn. Faith builds cities, and we're wrapping up here in a minute. Faith builds cities, businesses, women and men. In fact, everything of good, everything constructive in this world of ours is based on faith. So if you don't have it, grow it, because it's the most important thing you can do. And what is the biggest challenge you will face in building a large, successful Lifewave business? It is to constantly look at ways of shifting the belief systems and raising the self-esteem of the people you associate with. And that starts with you. Be an inspiration, not a motivator. Motivation is temporary. Inspiration is when you turn a light on within people. Motivation can excite people, but it doesn't always last, because it doesn't always fit into their existing belief system. Inspiration is in spirit. We have the key to the vault. And I mean that literally, folks. We have the key to the vault. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. Submit absolutely to the process. There's no guesswork here, no excuses. You can't make money and excuses at the same time. See, my high school coach always reminded us that excuses only satisfy the people who make them. Do whatever it takes. Who is the one person in your family that you would like to carry on their legacy? If it takes you more than 10 seconds to think of that person, then it's you. Go make it happen, because so many people in your family, your friends, they're all depending on you. How to overcome nervousness. And I think I have one more slide. But this is something that's critical, because a lot of new people are faced with this, and even I myself. See, I've been nervous all week knowing I'm speaking to you all today. It's really okay to be nervous. That means something is very important to you, and you want to do good. It's called butterflies. I heard the great boxer Muhammad Ali once say, he says, he has butterflies before every fight, but he goes into the ring and knocks people out every night. Attack your lack, or your lack will attack you. Practice daily. This will help increase your confidence. Get on all Zoom calls. These Zoom calls, folks, that is your training ground as well. People don't understand. It's not just an overview. It's more than an overview. Repetition is the mother of learning. Get on all the Zoom. You know, I try not miss a Zoom. I mean, there's so many going on. I feel kind of bad sometimes, even when I don't get on one, and I get on them all the time. I literally feel kind of bad about it. Know the language. Make it your own. See, folks, a lot of us are going to have to jump, and the net will appear. You know, we're a little reluctant. We're a little skeptical. We may not know what to do if we go out and get committed and we start talking to all these people and we don't know how it's going to happen or how it's going to work out for them. But we've done what we're supposed to do, which is share it with them. And when we go out and share it with enough people, think about this, doing enough, helping a lot of people, helping enough people get what they want in life. In turn, you'll get everything you ever dreamed of. Remember, no doesn't mean no. It just means not right now. As I wrap up here, folks, with this slide, this is something that Steve and Gina Merritt also does an incredible job at, and that is promoting events, the overview Zooms, the training Zooms, the Saturdays at 1 o'clock p.m. Folks, you can't even imagine that you have all the resources that you have to build your business. I don't even know why anybody has any questions that are building this business. I really, truly don't. I can't even understand. I can't understand any person who gets committed here and has questions. The resources have been laid out so vividly. Matter of fact, if you were to go to thisisitteam.com, I guarantee you, navigate through that website for about a day and a half. You'll never ask another question. Live in-person events, like we're doing here. We just, matter of fact, right before this Zoom, we had a 11 o'clock overview right here. That's why my background looks like I'm in a hotel room. This is it. Believe convention. Folks, this is it. This is it is not a cliche. This is it means this is it. This is that thing that we've all been looking for all of our lives. And in Orlando, this is it. July 2024, Lifewave 20-year anniversary in Dallas, Texas, 2024. You can't miss it. I was in Orlando last year for it. The first time it was on, I think it just blew me away. Go to thisisit.com for more information. Folks, this has been an incredible opportunity for me to share. Hopefully you've gotten information that could help move your business forward. But more importantly, all those people that you're thinking about right now, remember, they need to hear from you. With that being said, it's certainly been my pleasure again. I have individuals that I really feel very grateful that I have an opportunity to work with, and we're building this thing all over the country. Become a professional inviter. A professional inviter will cause your bank account to explode. With that being said, it's certainly been my pleasure. Thanks again, Steve and Gina Merritt, for an incredible opportunity for me to share. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Oh my goodness, Reggie Stewart, you crushed it. I'm so thankful that Verdita texted me and said, Dina, I think he has slides. So I guess we were not aware of it, but thank you. Oh my gosh, what an amazing, you put some hard work into this. Exactly what comes out of our brain and our mouth is exactly what you said on those slides, guys. We're going to post all of those slides on the team Facebook page,
Yes.
guys. This was absolutely incredible, incredible teaching. I'm telling you what, we are blessed to have you on our team. Thank you, Verdita, for texting me. Oh my goodness, guys.
Wow, Reggie, we really appreciate you as a leader, and this really helped everyone understand exactly what they need to do to get out of
I
it.
got pages
To
and
get out of their
pages
own
of
way.
notes.
In some cases, to get out of their own way and make it happen. I mean, if you just